Have you ever heard the saying, fail to plan, plan to fail? In my opinion, instead of a shovel and some seeds, the first tools you need to start your garden adventure are actually some pens and some paper. I know it's cold and dreary outside, but before we get crazy and get starry-eyed, drooling over the pages of seed catalogs, first I want you to take a second and think, what do you want your garden for? What's the purpose? Do you want to provide fresh food for your family? Or do you want to have preserved food, that way it lasts all winter? Maybe you're just looking for a new hobby and want to spend some time outside. Or maybe it's about the taste of a freshly picked tomato, as opposed to those mealy, gross ones from the grocery store every year. By knowing what you want to gain from your garden can help you pick the right crops for you. By finding your own motivation will help guide you to pick the garden that's right for you. I feel I need to clarify. When I say garden, I don't just mean these big spaces in your backyard. It can be whatever space you have to grow food. It could be a windowsill, it could be a patio, it could be a balcony. Garden space doesn't have to be confined to the proper garden. Whatever space you have to start growing your own food is great.
With your goals in mind, now it's time for some fun. Write down all the things you might want to grow, the things you and your family love to eat. Even the things that kind of make your eyes bug out when you see their prices at the farmer's market or the grocery store. If you're feeling adventurous, you could even pull out a couple of those seed catalogs that have been filling up your mailbox lately. This process always reminds me of being a little kid with that big book of toys from Toys R Us at Christmas. Don't worry too much about the practicality of your plant choices. We'll get to that later. Right now, I want you to ask, what would you plant if you had unlimited time, unlimited space, and unlimited money to invest in this year's garden? Seed catalogs and websites are just chock full of delicious temptations, so be careful. Whenever I do this, it never fails. I end up with a pages-long wish list that I must whittle on down to a more practical amount. Always, 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 my eyes are bigger than my stomach and my garden space. Speaking of things that limit us, up next, we'll discuss what the band Green Day and garden planning have in common.